Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or as we like to say here at Shady Acres Wood Shop, howdy. Today we have olive wood. This comes to us from my good friend Dan Archer in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we're going to turn this little bitty piece into something cute, I hope. Olive wood, as I've discovered, can either be absolutely gorgeous, can be just plain Jane. Let's hope for something absolutely gorgeous. That's what I'm going for. Let's take a look at it. Olive usually gets its gorgeousness from the heartwood. And we have some right there, and we have some right there. So hopefully that's going to show up in what we're going to do. I think this is going to be the top of the piece right here, somewhere right in there. I'm just going to make a little bowl, a little dish, I don't know, a little something. I was going to try and make a box out of it, but the curvature is too great. By the time I turn that away, it would be quite small. It's already quite small. So I'm going to find the center, which should be right about there. Drill a hole in it for my woodworm screw, get it mounted up, and we're going to get to turning this piece of olive wood from Dan in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, let's try this again. For you, it's been a fraction of a second. For me, it's been 3 weeks since I mounted this up on the lathe here. And unnecessarily, I grabbed a hold of it and really trying to tighten it up as best I possibly could, because it's only making contact in one spot up here on the top, which is actually plenty. It's very, very tight. I'm not worried about the piece coming off. But for whatever reason, I decided I'd see if I couldn't get it to go a little bit further and set down on this other side over here. And that's when my arm popped, tore, made a sound. It wasn't good. I immediately stopped, went in the house, put ice on it, went to the doctor a second time, different doctor, and here I am back in the shop ready to start up again. So I hope I can do this. I think I can do it. I'm worried about sanding with my arms extended, but I think I can work up close like this without any big pain, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to be turning at 1,000 RPM, 5/8 inch bowl gouge, mask and face shield on. I'm going to come down here and flatten off the bottom. I think we'll probably go with the recess. And we'll mark out for that recess. Needs to be just a tiny bit larger than that. I'm going to switch to a 3/8 inch gouge to make the recess. Now I'm going to raise my tool rest a little bit so I can use my dovetail tool to put the dovetail on the inside here. And that's good. Get back over here to the side profile and see what we can do. And back to the 5/8 bowl gouge. Well, this is going to be kind of a plain Jane ugly little thing, isn't it? Well, I'm not sure what I was expecting out of this little piece, but I'm not getting it, whatever it is. My base here is way too wide, and I did that because we're going to run out of base here in a minute. on this side. And sometimes you can go up higher and get wider, but this side just falls right off. So going up higher isn't going to do it. So I'm just going to try and take about half of this away just to kind of round it up on this corner a little bit, maybe make it look a little bit better than it does. In my opinion, the piece is too deep for the size of it, and that's what gives it this little flower pot looking thing, which is not what I was after. That looks better. We still have a little bit of a base there. Doesn't look great, but it looks better. Now I'm going to use my negative rake scraper, see if I can smooth up this outside a little bit. Okay, that's about the best we can do. Time for sanding. I'm going to start the sanding with my Sandoflex. This is 180 grit, and that's as fine as I'll go with the Sandoflex. I'm going to sand these unturned areas along these top edges, along here on this side and up here. And when I'm done with that, I'll switch to my 2-inch disc starting at 80 grit and working up through 400. I'll have the lathe spinning in reverse to start with at about 400 RPM, and then I'll switch to forward and back and forth, forward, reverse with this. And I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I get my mask on. And I'll do a little bit more of that, not much. And then the 2-inch disc. And that's what that looks like. I'll bring you back here in a bit and we'll put some finish on there. I think we're going with Howard Feed and Wax. See you in just a bit. Okay, and I am going with Howard Feed and Wax. Just put a little on the rag here. Doesn't really take a lot of this. Well, that's a lot though. Duh. That's about twice what I need for this. And I just like to rub it in real good. You only need one coat. A lot of people put on more than one coat. I've tried it. I don't see any benefit whatsoever. And you can use this over other finishes. It even says that on the bottle. I've never done that. I don't see any benefit to it at all. But some people do that too. So do your own thing. The cool part about it, well, there's a lot of cool parts about this finish. But you can refresh the finish, you know, if it gets dull looking or whatever after a few years, just put on some more. Now I'm not going to put any in here because I want to be able to sign it, and this has wax in it, so it won't take the ink. So I'll do that after. You can put this on over ink and it won't hurt it at all. And what this does is it penetrates the wood, protects it, and just makes it feel like silk. Just real smooth, real nice, just a nice feel to it. So important. I always say if a piece is beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous, and when you pick it up it doesn't feel good, it's not so gorgeous anymore. So you need to do a good job of sanding and a good job of finishing. Okay, now I'm going to let that set up for probably a half an hour. It's kind of chilly out here. We'll give it a little extra time. It takes about 20 minutes, but I'm going to give it a half an hour. I'll spin the piece up, hold the rag against it, nice clean rag, and buff it up that way. And then I'll bring you back and we'll start working on the inside. We'll get this puppy finished up today. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, it does just feel real nice. Feels great. We're going to be turning at 1400 RPM. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch bowl gouge, mask, and face shield on. See how thick we got the sides here. That's probably just about right. I'd like to keep these two little points. But we're not going to have much of a side on this one, are we? That's just about straight up and down, so this side's fine, but this one's going to have a big hole in it. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how that side's looking. It's okay. We do have some nice heartwood there coming up, huh? I'm afraid I'm going to go right through it though. Cut most of it away getting to the bottom, and that would be a shame. I'm not sure I can get my gauge in there. Let's see. Got another 1/4 inch to go or so. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. No, another 2 more passes. Never take the last pass. Never make the final cut. That's where you get into trouble. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to use my negative rake scraper to clean my cuts up. Beautiful, beautiful. Just about doesn't need sanding, but we'll sand it anyway. Time for sanding. I'm starting at 180 grit. I've got the lathe spinning forward at 400 RPM. I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding through 400 and put the finish on, because I want you to see this all at once. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm glad we've got some good heart grain in there. So I'll bring you back in just a little bit. We'll take a look at it. Today is New Year's Eve 2022. I got myself a small prime rib that I'm going to cook, some homemade french fries, fresh salad, the new Tom Cruise Top Gun Maverick movie to watch. I'm in good shape. I hope you all are the same. I hope we all have a wonderful 2023. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to you having a great 2023, and I'm looking forward to us having many more videos to produce and watch in the next coming year. I hope you'll stick around to the end of the video so you can see the before and after shots of this piece. If you'd share the video, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, here it is. One little olive dish in the books. I think it's a cutie. It's got some nice grain in it, kind of an odd shape. Probably be pretty good for change. Drop your change in there, maybe your keys. It's just real nice. It feels so good. I just wish you could feel it. I just wish you could. It just tickles me. Thank you to Dan in Las Vegas for sending this along for all to enjoy. If you like this video, thumbs up please. I'd sure appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you very kindly. I truly appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, you might consider becoming one. I put out regular videos about one a week, and I'd like to keep in touch. An easy way to subscribe is just click my picture you see there near the end of the video. Your comments are always welcome, and I love reading them. So for now, this is Phil, Shady Acres Woodshop, signing off.